Hey guys, so last year I talked about The Last of Us television show, and today I'm going to be talking about The Last of Us video game. So I've never played The Last of Us video game, as I've said in my reviews of the TV show, um, and I was really, I really enjoyed it. I'm not a huge video game person. Or at least I wasn't until my uncle gave me his old PS4. Now I'm getting into video games. But I really, really enjoyed this. I like the gameplay is really fun, like the fights and just I love games where you could just like wander around, and the game rewards you for like going in little doors that aren't necessarily like part of the game, but you always find stuff like you can find weapons or stuff to make weapons. I like that. I like it encourages the player to be creative and look in like little places, just wander around and stuff. But the best part of the game definitely is the story. This has one of the most like deep narratives I've ever experienced, and it's just so like complex. The main two characters, Joel and Ellie, are so real. They feel like real people. Um, the voice acting for them in the motion capsule is incredible as well. It's impressive how like closely the show adapts the games. Like even the settings. The settings look very, very similar. There is some differences though between the show and the games. The show is a lot less action heavy, and I think that's for the best, to be honest, because in the game, while you're playing the game, it doesn't feel repetitive, but I feel like if you're watching a show and then every 10 seconds you see Joel or Ellie battle zombies or guards or whatever, you're like, I feel like it would get old. While playing a game, it doesn't get old because you're always like collecting new resources and stuff. Um, in the show, I feel like that would get old, so they focus more on like the emotional aspects of it, the more relationships, and they also delve more into like the different societies. Like they delve into the Pittsburgh people more. They give them more of a voice rather than like the bad guys just being mindless drones could kill. They actually like they have that lady and who like runs the bad guy people. They really delve into like the that weird like cult who the cannibal people, like they really delve into that in the show. Stuff in the show I really like they do. They also like provide more backstory for Bill and Frank. I A lot of people don't like that episode. I think it's pretty good. It's not the best episode of the show. It's both overhyped and underappreciated at the same time. Game players seem to hate it because it differs from from the game. But I feel like in the game, yeah, it's interesting how Bill talks to Joel and Ellie, but in the show you have this like really emotional journey with him and Frank that can't really be shown in the game because there's no like battles or anything. So it's just kind of like one long cutscene. But then at the other hand, it's overhyped by the critics because it's not the best episode of the show, but like it won all the Emmys and stuff for some reason. I don't know why. Like, yes, it is a great episode, but it's not as good as like the Pittsburgh episodes or the finale or the one with the creepy cannibal priest, or even like the pilot. That's just my opinion. So to be honest, there was no bad episode of The Last of Us, and same with this game. There's no level I'd want to skip. And honestly, I played this on easy mode, and it was still a challenge. So I don't know if that makes me a bad gamer, or but I do like a challenge. But I feel like if I played this on like medium or even hard mode, I would just give up out of anger. But yeah, very good game. I'm not gonna play part two though because I want to watch season two first. So I know season two is only covering the first half of part two. So I guess what I'll do is like watch an episode, play the mission, watch an episode, play the mission, because I think watching it as a TV show is a really good experience because I don't really see what's coming, so I'm often surprised. And I just prefer to be surprised by TV show than to be surprised by a video game. That is my personal preference, though. So nobody in the comments spoil part two, or I will hunt you down. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of the Last of Us video game. Is there a big difference between the PS3 version, the PS4 version, and the PS5 version? Let me know. I'm just assuming each one gets better graphics. Um, but is there any difference in the gameplay? I don't really know. Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.